First of all, being able to speak a third language or a second language is always an added advantage. So now, thankfully, the application was granted, so I'm still here.
So
today.
if not the COVID, do you think you'd have gone back?
Most likely, I would have gone back.
Should I say thanks to COVID or no thanks to COVID?
I mean, big as, I'm searching online, okay, translation company, and first 5 searches are saying my company. That's
Welcome to another beautiful video on my beautiful channel. It's yet another video on my channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Jane and I'm here with another beautiful guest. But before then, obviously, as I do it on my channel, I would like to introduce my channel to you. I am currently in China. I'm a black girl in China. I'm from Nigeria, and I bring a lot of people from different continents and countries to come talk about their experience here, and sometimes I also talk about my experience and how to do a whole lot of things in China. So if that is what you're looking forward to seeing, please do not forget to subscribe, share this video as well, and like, so a lot of people are going to get information about this. So I'm here with a very handsome guy, by the way. I'm going to give him that chance to introduce himself. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, to Jane. Thank you for having me on your channel.
Thanks for coming. It's my pleasure to have you on my channel. I'm honored. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So can we know you, Mr. Ore?
Yes. So I'm OreOluwa Oshinowo, and
Nice.
I'm from Nigeria. And yes, like she is, I'm also in China. But apparently, I'm in Suzhou. We're in Suzhou. This is where I'm based in. I reside in Suzhou.
Alright,
Yes.
so you're in Suzhou, and yes, I am in Suzhou as well, and I'm honored again to have you on my channel.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us what you're doing here? Who are you here?
Well, I'm currently undergoing my master's degree in teaching Chinese to speakers of other languages, TCSOL.
You are very good in Chinese, I must say.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Yes, so that's what I do.
So, like, masters, was that what you did also in your bachelor's? And did you do your bachelor's here?
I started my bachelor's back in Nigeria, University of Lagos.
Amazing.
I started with linguistics, and then Chinese studies, and then because it's Chinese studies and the way the program was set, I had to come to China. And then because of the lockdown and different things, we applied to Unilag and university here. We should stay, and thankfully the application was granted, so I'm still here.
So
today.
if not the COVID, do you think you'd have gone back?
Most likely I would have gone back.
Should I say thanks to COVID or no thanks to COVID?
I mean, thanks to the situation at that time.
All right, thank you.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
so being a linguistic student and now fully a Chinese student, do you think you would advise anyone to be like you right now?
Well, definitely. If you see yourself in this path. So recently I've been telling people, if you want to study Chinese or teaching Chinese as a second language or teaching Chinese to speakers of other languages, you need to see yourself doing something in this path. Could be teaching, could be teaching Chinese, teaching translation, could even be translation or interpretation or jobs related, or could be, literature. You're going into culture like Taoism, all these things, going deep into the Chinese culture and stuff like that. So if you see yourself working in such a line, then definitely it is something that I would advise you to do.
Okay, so because this course is so different from what people know about, like the doctor, lawyers, and all of that. So what might be the selling points for this course? Like, why Chinese language, aside the fact about seeing yourself, because you have to know the reason to see yourself in this cases. So what is your advice?
Why Chinese language? Well, we have to understand the reality of things. And in today's world, as of 2023, China is a very big country economically.
That's right.
And I mean, it has taken its place in the world as a world power. Doesn't seem like it's going to leave anytime soon. So first of all, being able to speak a third language or a second language is always an added advantage. So now being able to speak Chinese, given the benefits or the economical benefits and different type of benefits that China brings to the world, it's something great. So it gives you a lot of opportunities in any field. Since it's a language, the language is utilized in every field.
That's right.
In the field of business, law, medicine, anything. So being able to speak that language with whatever other added skills you have, you've opened yourself to a lot of opportunities worldwide, because every country relates with China. All right. Even if you say you want to go back home, it gives you a added advantage over, you know, your regular people, because you could be working with the government, you know, in international relations, working even non-governmental organizations, even if it's for a company, whatever position you are in, just the fact that you're able to speak a second language or Chinese language can put you in a position where you have to be the liaison officer between, you know, both companies and in turn both countries. So it's a very good skill to have. And now it's one thing to know how to speak the language, it's another thing to learn the language, learn how to teach the language, because you are going deeper into the grammar, into the culture. For me, I say language is the verbal expression of culture. So you can't fully understand language without simultaneously understanding its culture.
That's right.
So you learn a lot more learning how to teach the language or learning the course as a full-time, you know, major than just learning a second language, just knowing how to speak and communicate. The differences are clear when you have two people and then the situations are brought up and then you can see how they both react. You can understand that this person knows the culture, he knows what he's doing. This person can't speak the language, which is good, but then the difference is clear.
Difference.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So that it's one thing to learn the language, it's another thing to utilize it.
Yes, definitely.
So you just want to speak like we speak English, but
yes,
what if we don't understand the rules and regulations of speaking English?
A lot of people do that. sincerely speaking, a lot of people do that.
That's true.
Because in linguistics, when I started studying linguistics, we learned it in English, and then you learn things like what do you know when you know a language, you know, forms of communication, a lot of things, and you realize that is deeper than just that day-to-day verbal communication in formal or just informal settings. So there's a lot.
Okay, I'm learning too. Okay, so you made mention of like working with the government or, you know, the job opportunities, but people might be trying to consider what exactly they might have like learning Chinese, because there are no like in doctor, when you finish your whatever studies, you go be a doctor, and doctors are needed anywhere in the world. So what about people maybe younger or people that are trying to change their field to probably Chinese? Have you started off anything from yourself by yourself, and how is the probability of starting things for yourself and not always depend on any company or your government and all of that?
Well, thank you very much for that question.
You're welcome.
Yes, I have started something for myself.
Amazing. Okay.
I started a translation company. It's a pretty small scale translation company, but I do translation. Not just translation and interpretation too.
Okay.
So just like you said, I didn't want to have to work for anybody.
That's right.
And be limited and stuff like that. So I was like, when I started it, let me start with myself. So I started my company, and then now I give translation from my company. It's my company that provides you know, these things and all. We are building our clientele base gradually, and I'm, you know, working on meeting more people. I'm getting more connections. People are seeing my idea, and those who buy into it, sometimes we can partner together with other people, and then gradually we, you know, hope to expand and become big very soon.
Amen.
Yes.
I'll say an amen to that.
So definitely you can do a lot. There are a lot of job opportunities. So when I started looking for jobs, I talked to people. Because one thing to study is one thing to work. So leaving that phase of, okay, I'm a student, even though I'm still technically, but because I'm almost done, I'm moving away from that phase, you know. So I've been thinking a lot. I've been, okay, what am I going to do? My company is there, yes, which I'm building. I also want to do other things, you know. And then I'm like, okay, let me see the different job opportunities. And in the process of searching, there are a lot you can do. Because it's language, like I said, language can be utilized in any field.
Any forms, yeah. That's
so if you have skills, if you have, you know, skills of managerial skills, you can manage something. You can work as a, you know, project manager in a Chinese company that needs that, you know, your bilingual skills. So there are positions, bilingual, operations manager. There are a lot of things. You can get certification in other skills, project management, consultation, operations, finance, this, and added with your linguistics knowledge, with your with your language skill, gives you a boost. So there are a lot you can do in any field. Now it boils down to, what are you interested in doing?
That's right.
What are you capable of doing?
Sure.
So it's one thing to be interested, but are you able to do it? Wow. And then what resources do you have at your disposal? So you're not going to start something that is technically not possible. Then you start with what you are able to, where you are able to, and you build gradually. So there is a lot. Like for me, there's a lot I wanted to do, but then seeing my limitations and everything, the time I have, the only thing I could start at that moment was the translation. So from the translation, now I was talking to somebody and was encouraging me, someone I would consider a mentor, to giving me ideas. Just because I've already started this translation, I was like, okay, this is great. From there, you can do this, do that. But if I had not even started that,
I wouldn't have even. That's right. Wouldn't know what to even ask.
Yes. So just there's a lot you can do if you want to work for yourself or work for other people. There are a lot of job opportunities. So yes, there's a lot.
Okay, so you've talked about that, like translation company and a job is one thing, and I feel like it's two in one, in case you're opening a company for yourself and you're giving yourself a job. Yes. Yeah, that is one thing. A language can do for you. You can create your own things, like your own job, and you will be needed.
Yes.
That is one thing. And Chinese is that language people should learn right now.
Yes.
Take all your power and the opportunity to learn any way you want to learn right now, because probably in 2, 3, 5 years to come, maybe English and Chinese might be competing, and that's the truth. Okay. So what about people that have this limitation, because probably they want to open something or they want to start up something, but they're scared of the competitions out there? Because there are a whole lot of competitions, a whole lot of companies, big companies with so much investors. They already have the edge and all of that. So how would you advise a nobody to start up something that already a big people are doing for years?
This is a great question, because I also struggled with this at a point.
Okay.
When I starting it was hard, because I was full of doubts. Would I be good? I was already doing it and it was good, but because it was just one person says already do this, another person says already do this. But if I open myself to the public,
how would
then people give me so works that are hard, then will I be able to? I wouldn't want a situation where I have to reject. And then thinking a lot of people are already doing, or situations where I come across people who are, what's Chinese are good. I'm like, this Chinese is good. What if it starts translating? Will it take on my clients?
Yeah, that's
but
right.
Then,
that's right.
One day it just dawned on me, like, why am I? There's no need for that. If you do well, then it is who will come to you will come to you.
That's right.
Who will come to you, as long as you can ensure that there's productivity
and equality as well.
You are productive. You say, I'll give you a Monday, I give you a Monday.
Yes.
The quality of your work is good. There is trust. It's not easy for people to start changing.
True. No matter anything.
Companies. It's not easy for people to say, I'll work with you, and then you are good, everything is right, then I'll just go to another person. No, there's no need.
Yeah.
And if they trust you, they'll stick with you. And then, in as much as the more people that speak the language, the more people that need the language, there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody. So you can do. So one thing I've told myself is embrace these people. If I see a bigger company, then work with them. It will be beneficial to me. It might not be beneficial to them, but I'll try as much as possible to give whatever little I can so that it's mutually beneficial. If I see someone who also has a startup like me, we can cooperate. We can work together. It will be beneficial to me and to them. So I'm not even trying to say, okay, I'm competing, I want to be better. No, this is not a place of who is better, who is worse. My client will be my client, your client will be your client. We can both coexist.
Yeah, definitely.
The main thing is just focus on your productivity. If I'm translating now, the clients I have now, they trust my work. So if anything, they call me, okay, Ori, I need this. I translate for them. Somebody else will come who might speak better,
That's
who
right.
might do, and they might not leave me. So it's okay. These problems, they are common. You will face them when you first start because you're afraid. But it's nothing to worry about. The only thing you should be focusing on is your what you give. As long as you're settled within your heart that this is the best thing, you publish yourself out, make relations, talk to people.
Sure.
I have
sure,
this,
sure.
I need clients, or you can come, I can translate for you. You gradually get people. It should be on a trust level. As long as you're able to make them feel safe and secure, you can guarantee them of that trust. Then I think it will be fine.
Wow.
be
Okay. I would use your point is legit. I'll use tailoring as an example because a lot of tailors are known for disappointment.
Yes.
But if you're a tailor and probably you tell me you have to provide my clothing in like Friday and you provide on Friday, I think I don't have any reason to want to go back. So you are very right. Like the productivity, the quality, and also the trust. I feel like trust should be part of the things in any business or company. People trusting you and trusting your services is a top notch. So thank you, Ray.
Yes.
Let me think. You are starting up, like, have you registered your company? How can we find you? And what are your future goals for your company?
Yeah, so I'm working on the registration process right now.
Okay.
I've been doing the translation for quite a while, but then
Oh, so programs have kicked up right
yeah,
now.
so as more things are coming in, there are more requirements. Before I was just translating basic, documents. Now I need to translate certificates.
Oh wow.
Some of them
That's
need
huge.
stamp and this. Then I'm like, oh, okay, there's a lot more. Okay, what do I do? And I'm talking to people who I know who have done these things before. Have mentors. One thing I would advise people is get mentors. People you can talk to and they will advise you. They can give you practical advice that you can take and literally use it to do something. So now I was talking to someone and we're working on getting registered.
Okay.
So that I'm able to, provide some of these other
Stamps
things
and-
that people need. And then, my main goal is to make it big. I want it to be a big translation company.
You will.
So not just English, Chinese, Chinese, English. Take it to other languages. French, German, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Swahili, Dutch, anything languages. So it should be as big as, I'm searching online, okay, translation company, and first 5 searches are seeing my company. That's the end goal.
I'm blushing for you in advance. Just like the Duolingo. I mean, I don't know how Duolingo started, but I'm so sure they started with like 4 like languages.
Yes.
So people will be like, "Oh, this company is doing great."
Yes.
People will even put one advancing.
Yes,
like, can I come into your something like that?
Can I join your establishment and stuff like
right.
that? And also even to go beyond translation, because I have a lot of other skills that I can utilize. And like I said, it's language. You can see how do I integrate these skills together. So I want it to not just be a translation company, to be a big company that translation is a sublet. Then translation, even translation within the translation is a lot of languages. Then also teaching. Because I teach.
Okay.
I'm studying teaching Chinese.
That's a profession. Yeah.
I teach. So I have friends too who teach, who have studied this course years before, who have experience, and I talk to them. So I also want to have that sublet where we can provide online teaching, or we can provide teaching materials that you can download.
Oh wow.
And stuff like that.
Okay.
Even other services, because it's language.
That's right.
Being an intermediary between 2 people, 2 companies, 2 countries. People are able to message you, able to provide logistics services. There's a lot. There's a whole lot. Because the more I translate. One thing about translation which is sweet is because I translate in different fields, from literary education to medical translation to finance. So different fields, different kind of documents at different levels. So I'm meeting different people, meeting normal people, I'm meeting people in high caliber people who I would not get to meet on a normal day. And you talk to them and you see, and for me, I like to know, I like to study. So when I get a job from someone in a particular field, I will study more about that field just to know to be more aware. And then in the process of studying, I realized I learned a lot.
You're learning so much.
Now I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
that's right.
this thing I can actually do this with my current skill or with this language or with this translation. And then the more I know, the more I realize that there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done. So I have a lot of ideas. Every day I keep getting new ideas. I keep getting new ideas. I keep getting new ideas. And I love this, like translation. The reason why I even started is because I love it. I love translating. Like I find joy doing it. Like I'm sitting at my computer and I'm translating, or I'm there interpreting for people with them. They're talking, I'm interpreting.
Oh wow, you do that too?
Well, I do interpretation. You have translation. I'm calling everything translation, but translation is more of the one you write. Interpretation is you speak the consecutive, simultaneous, and the different types of interpretation. Like these big meetings, like presidential meetings, and then someone is there talking in their ear or by the side talking to them.
And then you're taking note.
Yes, and they also have video call or audio call, or just normal. They send you a document, you translate, and you send back. And then I also proofread. Sometimes I'm not the one translating. Someone has translated. They send me documents, and I proofread.
Wow!
Yes.
Wow, that is huge. How can we meet you? Where are you? Where is this company? Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do not have a YouTube channel yet.
Why?
I'm starting it now.
Okay, you guys, let's take note of that. He's starting right now. So probably before I edit this video, I'm gonna put his YouTube link on my YouTube description, and you guys go watch his videos.
Yes, thank you very much.
And whatever he doesn't post, you guys go back to his videos and remind him to post something.
I will post.
Do you have Instagram?
I have
Facebook?
Instagram, and I have a few videos of me speaking Chinese or giving speeches and stuff, doing things in Chinese. Yes, I mean, being a foreigner who speaks Chinese, I'm aiming for the level at which I am aiming for. Sometimes I want to apply for jobs, and then you see they put native Chinese speaker. Because they want someone who is very fluent. And I apply, and then they doubt my Chinese level, which is 100% understandable. I am not native. So I need a way to prove to them. Some of them might not give me the opportunity to speak Chinese. They might not give me the opportunity to... They might not hear. So having these videos in my CV, once I put, the links, they can see. Then even beforehand, they can see, this guy can actually do it. His comprehension of this language is superb. He understands, he can do this. So by the time I go there, at least they already have a heads up of what I'm able to do. And if they're interested, they can call me for the kind of job. So it's very important. My YouTube... my Instagram is the Yiqiang Translate. India Yiqiang _translations.
Yiqiang. Okay, just give me the name.
Yiqiang is a Chinese name.
We put it on the YouTube, like the description, or I might not remember to put it on the screen. So you guys, please go to the description, and you guys can see all of them there. Yiqiang. That's a Chinese name. Why did you use a Chinese name?
Why did I use the Chinese?
Should everyone do that?
I mean, no, it depends. It depends on you. The name I started the name. Sorry, the name when I was making the Instagram account. Okay. I was like, what name do I use? I was thinking, I didn't know what to do. I was like, let me just use my name, because normally I'll use my name. So that's my Chinese name. That's part of my Chinese name. Oh, okay. So I just said, let me just use it. So I just said Yiqiang. So my full Chinese name is Chen Ardong Chen de Chen, which is a pretty popular Chinese surname. Chen. So you have a lot of all these Chinese surnames.
Is it Changlong the Chen? Oh, that's Chang.
Oh, yes, this is Chen. Ardong. It's Ardong Chen de Chen. Okay. If you tell a Chinese person Ardong Chen de Chen, they will just immediately know the Chen. Okay. Then Yi Rong Yi de Yi. Okay. And then Qiang Da de Qiang. Qiang Da de Qiang. So it's Chen Yiqiang. So I was like, since Chen is the surname, like let me not just use that. So it's Yiqiang that I use. So Yiqiang _translation. So I got the name from my teacher. It was my Chinese teacher. Okay. My Nigerian Chinese teacher. I gave me the name. Okay. When I was about to write HSK 1.
Wow, that's a long
so I was going to write HSK 1, and then I needed a name. She gave me another name. I can't remember, but I didn't really like it. So she just changed it. Initially, I didn't really like it, but then I was like, you know what, let me just keep it. But I've grown to enjoy the name and like it. And I think it's a It's a cool name.
I think so too. Okay, my last question today, because a lot of questions. You plan on like doing this a bigger company, right? Like different countries and different languages.
Yes.
So don't you think probably someone watching this and would love to follow your way, maybe have you as a mentor, maybe, and hopefully, yeah, because I feel like yes, you can mentor and coach someone. So do you think the Yiqiang being a Chinese name, do you think it might be like what's the English? Like, you know, you have other languages, but you have the English name as the company name. Do you think it might be a bit what's this English?
Like me having Chinese as the name.
Yes.
Do I think? I mean, so why Chinese? Why not English or why not any other language?
Yeah,
I mean,
kinda.
Let me ask you, why English? I mean,
No, not why English. It might not be English.
Yeah.
It might be your brand, or because Yiqiang, Yiqiang is still nice, but probably you have your own reason. Maybe because you're focusing on Chinese. But what about if you
expand.
when you expand, do you think it might be limiting? Yeah, limitation is the word. Limiting to other languages. Have you ever thought of it, or you thought of it? I'm like, okay, this is it.
I don't think it will be.
Okay.
I don't think it will be limiting. Let's look at companies that are international, multinational. Their name is still derived from something. It doesn't stop it doesn't stop the fact that they go international.
That's right.
It doesn't stop. Now, in every language, there will be a translation of that name. But then the original name, either in English or Chinese, would remain that way. It's not going to affect. Even if you look at other translation companies, I mean, their name is the name. It could be in English, it could be in Dutch, it could be in whatever. And like I said, it would have the translation in other.
version.
So if I'm in France, searching in French, I will see the French
version
translation of that name, or in German, or in English, or in whatever language. So I don't think it would matter. I'm still looking at the name because for now, this Yiqiang would be definitely for the translation. Now, going forward, would I use that as the main brand name or change it?
That's my point.
That is still undergoing some thinking.
But anyways, you guys, I feel like Yiqiang can still go. Like he made a very important point about being translated to other languages. So yes, like Alibaba might have its own name to probably that's not even what they call it in China. Probably it's called 1688 like we call it in China. But overseas it's like Alibaba, and Huawei. They have English name for Huawei. Some people call it Hawaii. So whatever that is, but the point here and my question for him was to show you guys that no matter the name you plan on using for your brand, I don't think you should worry much about that. Just worry about what the name should be identified as. So when we are identified as a good name, trust me, people would love to even translate your company names by themselves. Yes, and that is the most important thing. So, Mr. Ore, thank you so much for this video. And do you have like a last word for the people watching right now?
Well, firstly, I would like to thank you once again for having me on You've inspired me to start my YouTube channel. So
you guys,
I'll start it.
You have to, because we want to have this information, not for my channel. We want to see you do it. We want to learn from you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And then what do I have to say? I had a lot of doubts starting this translation company. I was so afraid.
Oh.
But then having started it now, I mean, it's not like it has grown tremendously or something, but I'm so happy. And I'm at peace. Like, I'm the one doing my translation
by yourself,
by myself for my company. And once I'm done registering and I get my letterhead and every other thing, it's going to be a lot. So just do. A lot of people have ideas. When I talk to people are smart. I like talking to people because people are smart, they have ideas. I learn a lot from them, and I realize that people have ideas. But then they also, harbor that fear of wanting to start, which is understandable. That's why we have videos like this. That's why I'm inspired to also start, because it's encouraging.
Yeah, that's right.
I watch people talking about how they started, because I start. So even though they are starting their business, it might not be translation, but even the starting process is still
Will
similar.
trigger you,
It
yeah.
cuts across whatever line of field that you're in, and it has been inspiring for me. So I know this might be inspiring for people. Just start. Just start. When I started, in as much as I said I had a company, they didn't even know what my company was. I was just doing the translation, but in my head, I knew that I'm doing it for myself. And then gradually I started looking what was the process to make this company big. When do I open the Instagram? Oh, I need my website. I need this.
Oh,
I need
wow.
this.
Wow.
But I already started doing the translation.
Already.
And I started doing it. And people were happy. Okay, yes, the translation is good. This. And I was getting more confident. It enabled me, and I'm happy. I did a translation job recently in another city, and I was talking to the person, and I could confidently say, "Oh yes, I do my translation for myself. I have my company, I have my Instagram." The feeling was good, and I'm so happy that I started then and not later.
Wow.
So just do it. You'll be fine.
Just do it. Okay, that's plan. Just do it.
Just do it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ray, for coming to my channel. And you guys, please just do it.
Right.
Thank you. By the way, just do it by subscribing to this channel as well. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification button, and like button, and have a good time, guys.
All right. Thank you. Bye.